We are reshaping, reformatting the known human condition, which causes physical transformations. If you think about it, the human condition has been wrapped up in the non-human condition. This means the emotional and physical state of the human species has been in a state of disarray for a long, long time. And it is now up to each individual to alter or change the cyclical nature of the patterns each individual places upon their known existence and evolves to become pattern breakers, which is creating cyclical changes. When we who are human and non-human all work together, then we become voices of cyclical change. Group 1 people are the pattern makers. Group 2 people are the ones who are the pattern breakers. Group 1 people can simply not survive life in no time. Group 1 people have been very, very unhappy because the times they are living in now somehow leaves great voids in their lives. So no matter how hard they try, they cannot bring back the former normal. How can you bring something back that never existed in the first place? Group 1 people are stuck in chronological time, yet they are the very ones who created chronological time. Group 1 people have an unnatural instinct to be the dominant one, yet in fact there is no dominate one. Group 2 people see things as they are in this lifetime now, even if they do not understand it yet. They see beauty where Group 1 does not. Group 1 people abhor change. Group 2 people have learned and are learning to embrace change. For without change, there can be no evolvement. The worst of the nightmare of the Group 1 people is already beginning, and it will only worsen. Their children and their grandchildren have no idea of who they really are or what they really are. Are they gay? Are they straight? Are they transgenders? Are they really male? Are they really female? They do not know. They cannot receive truth from their caretakers, for they know even less. They have all totally forgotten their androgyny. You must remember all but a tiny % of those people have never heard of androgyny, but Group 1 people keep wanting to stay in that old way of life they used to have, and they simply cannot understand why they feel so miserable. And they also cannot understand why their relationships break up seemingly overnight. Group 2 children are learning to laugh with delight at the tiniest miracle they enjoy. They laugh when butterflies sit on their shoulders and when they can see the sun and the moon in their proper places, and they laugh for the sheer joy of laughing. Group 1 people think there is something radically wrong with Group 2 people. Group 2 people find themselves feeling very, very uneasy in close encounters with Group 1 people. This is because Group 2 is the dominant life force. Living in the now normal is the new way of life. Therefore, it's almost as if the physical, emotional sensation that Group 1 people emit makes them feel uneasy when around Group 2 people. And this makes Group 2 people feel overwhelmed at times. Each group feels alienated from the other group. How do Group 2 people know they are raising their children correctly? It is very simple. Teach them by example. Group 2 people would look at something and say, "This is gorgeous." Group 1 would not see the beauty. Group 2 see beyond face value and truly see what exists and what does not. The eclectic method or approach are part of the new Group 2 people environment and clearer thought forms. Chilas, the bodily changes caused by a person's evolution and soul's ascension to its next highest level will assist all Group 2 people in surviving and teaching others who want to know the truth. Many Group 2 people are gathering and grouping together for unity of purpose. It means they are half in and half out of dimensional alterations. As the body changes, it is a reflection of the mind changing and the soul ascending. Now we will move on and discuss how other changing new conditions may affect you. Electrical devices of all types are subject to not only those changes occurring all around you, they are directly impacted by all solar energies as well. And all magnetics are changing and will continue to have an impact on all electrical devices as a result of the deviation of the new forms of solar energy and the movement of the solar system itself. So, one is answerable to the other in this sense. People are going to have to relearn everything they previously believed they knew about mechanics, quantum mechanics, chemistry, and the science of astronomy. This study is not for the faint-hearted, but if you want to live on anastasis, you better damn well learn it. This also means anything mechanical will be affected. Pay attention here now. Far too much technology is being wasted on attempting to upgrade electrical and mechanical devices. Those devices do radiate extremely high levels of radioactive activity and other forms of electrical activity, which can and does affect human and animal life force. There is no upgrade being achieved here. If anything, it is downgrading the human condition, and is definitely causing many people who are mentally unstable to become more violent, with even larger instances of paranoia and unpredictability, affecting those who are already unstable and dangerous. Before anyone asks, it is Group 1 people who are acting out violently and causing these abnormal disruptions. It is not that Group 2 people do not have their own faults, but this group works harder to not be repetitive with whatever their faults are perceived to be. Major problems that are only going to worsen. Solar flares and radio blackouts is a major problematic situation. This situation will cause even more havoc than you can possibly imagine, and it's going to worsen. You cannot change. You fail to understand that everything electrical and mechanical are helpless victims to solar flares and radio blackouts. Atmospheric conditions are different because you are in a different atmosphere now. Satellites are going to fail. That has already started. The atmospheric rivers are flowing backwards more and more now. Body chemistry is also an unwilling victim to these circumstances. Solar flares affect the brain and the brainstem. So now you can see, if you are paying attention, how the mind can be physically, neurologically, and emotionally destroyed. Taking drugs will be the worst medicine in the world. It will only hasten a person's demise. What you fail to understand about medical personnel is that only about 2% of them know what the hell they are talking about. The rest of those people are textbook smart and common sense stupid. Check out what other prescription drugs you have been given. Talk to your pharmacist if you are on good terms with them, and see what their opinion is about the prescription drugs you have been given. If it helps you speak to a naturopath and get their opinion, then it's up to you to decide whether to take that drug. Or Anastasis is no longer in her former placement in the galaxy. She is in a completely different non-atmospheric gravity and non-gravity location in a different solar system. Here she will remain for about 2 million years. In other words, welcome to space. The sun is more rapidly deteriorating and will in time be replaced with a new sun that will be part of the overseeing of Anastasis. The moon is rapidly changing and, in a while, will be replaced with a different moon. There is no former normal life for anyone. You either live and love in your new life form and your new light body, or you die. The divine beings have cut through all the crap and said, this is it. Either love it or leave it. You will not always know when disasters may strike. Unless your clairsentience is working overtime, you must be prepared for anything at any time. Accept that and prepare to live with that acceptance. Solar flares are going to intensify. You are going to have to learn to live with them in your new life. You cannot run and hide. There is no place to hide. As for the pushing of artificial intelligence into your lives, do not become involved in it, for it has a short shelf life. No, we do not sanction the AI. That's why we are not giving this project any oxygen. We speak to you now about the quietude. David figured it out. Have you? The quietude is composed of the eternal evolution of the Jesus, the Christ consciousness, and his beloved wife Mary Magdalene's mission as leaders and creators of the quietude. The quietude is actually a realm, and it's a realm that they can pick up and place wherever it is needed, and place it as a gift to all Group 2 people. This includes all animal species. It is a place where soul and power of mind could join in pure peace and quiet